Hey guys, Woody here. I just want to kind of give you guys a quick chat about starting a Twitch stream and kind of taking it to the next level if you've been a streamer for a little while. Most of you guys know that my start on Twitch came from two people. Came from Spazrocker, who is a close personal friend of mine that I went to school with, and it also came from Summit. Having these two people kind of show me what it is that Twitch streaming actually is and what it can be helped me a lot as far as starting my stream and pushing it to where I am right now. The big thing that you guys need to know early on is that it is a process. It is a long, long journey to getting something that you want for yourself, as far as it being a community or pushing you into competitive gaming or getting you into gaming related things such as tournaments or shoutcasting or broadcasting content that's not necessarily you playing a game or advertising for a game or for a company and things like that. So you want to give your channel every opportunity it is to grow. So when you're playing games like Mario 64 speedrun, or you're playing, Portal speedrun, or you're playing, open level through invite level Counter-Strike Go, you also want to give yourself a little bit of a buffer room to play something that's going to allow your channel to bring in people from other communities that will enjoy, the content that you have to provide. I know that sounds weird because some streamers will play things like DayZ, and then they'll play a completely different type of game like Minecraft. And while they're both survival games, they're both two completely different types of survival games. But their viewers enjoy both content. So you have to give yourself as many opportunities to continue to bring in more people to enjoy your content. So being a new streamer and growing your channel, the little bits of advice that I can give you is don't really focus on your numbers starting out. You're not going to be 100, 200, 300, 500 view streamer in like a month. It's just not going to happen. Just being honest with you, being a guy who's been affiliated with other streams and coming from bigger streams and starting my own, even when people knew that I was streaming, it wasn't anything like what you think it's going to be, where people just rush over and they want to, watch your stream as soon as the other guy's off, or they want to rush over and support you. It's not like that. The average Twitch user has about 3 streams that they watch like on a consistent basis, and they really don't reach out to other streams all that often. If they do, it's basically just to support that other guy for a short bit of time, but for the most part they have about 3 really decent streamers that they watch on average. So you're not gonna really push yourself into taking one of those guys' spots. So if you're thinking about maybe reaching out to a bigger streamer and doing like a dual stream or doing like a multi-Twitch or something like that, you really have to think about what that's going to mean for the viewers that are leaving that guy's channel to come to yours, and what that's going to mean for your channel going forward, because you don't want to be sharing viewers on the same time slot as somebody who's already committed to that other streamer is. So when you're focusing on your numbers, like viewer numbers or followers and things like that, if you're just starting out, don't really think about the day-to-day, how much you're growing. Don't count the numbers. Like, don't sit there. It's like watching water boil, you know what I mean? Like, it's never going to happen if you're just sitting there looking at it the whole time. But when you look back on it in a few weeks, you see that you've gone from 0 followers to 100 or 300 or 500 or something like that. Then you can really measure your progress. But you don't want to sit and look at your follower unfollower rate, and you don't want to sit and look on your Twitter and have this little, I followed 12 people, I got 6 follows, and I got like 9 unfollows. You don't want to have one of those bots that do that, because it's going to hurt you in the long run. Like, you might not care on a Monday, you might not care on a Wednesday, but you look back on it 3 weeks in a row and you've seen all these, it's going to drive you nuts. So why do I say not to link up with a bigger streamer and to go for it? Because I've been there, right? It hurts you more than you can possibly know. It's great that I've spent time with other streamers, and it's great that I've, you know, helped other communities, you know, in any way, shape, or form go where they've gone. And I've had the luck and the blessing of people like liking the things that I was doing in other places and helping me with my Twitch stream and my community. But looking back on it, it hurt more when you don't talk to those people, when you don't have those people as friends or as, you know, people that you can rely on in the long run. So you don't want to rely on those bigger people, those bigger streamers for help. They can still help you in other ways, but having that constant everyday connection with a big streamer will hurt you in the long run. There's been a lot of successful channels that have popped up in the past, that are popping up now, that don't rely on bigger streamer help. And everybody should see that there's some value in the content that they're creating. It doesn't have to do with the best person at this or the biggest person with that or whatever. It's purely your content. I play CSGO, there's a lot of players who play CSGO that aren't the best CSGO players. I'm not the best CSGO player, but the content I provide is completely different than every other CSGO player on Twitch. Linking up with a bigger streamer, you're going to be compared and you're going to be sort of put into this sort of box with that streamer. And when you step outside of that box, either people get uncomfortable or people don't really accept what you're trying to do. So you don't want to push yourself into a box with a bigger streamer, because like I said before, people are only going to really watch the streamers that they've been watching for so long, and they'll give you a chance, and unless you win them over, you're not going to keep them. Like if you're in the same boat as a bigger streamer, they're gonna watch the bigger streamer because that's where everybody is and that's where all the crazy stuff is going on. And guess what? They get to see your content over there anyway. So you as a new streamer really need to find your stride and the things that make you unique before you really affiliate yourself with any other bigger streamers. Don't rush out and message bigger streamers and YouTubers and things like this and try to get your stuff everywhere, because it doesn't help you grow. Once you're established, that stuff is awesome, right? You can go to the YouTube conventions, you can go to Twitch conventions, you can go to PAX and things like that, and you can meet up with the other streamers, and that's awesome and it's huge. But when you're just starting out, you don't want to do that because you will get trampled. And it happened to me, and I've seen it happen to a bunch of other people, and you don't want that heartache. You don't want that heartbreak. As far as your content goes, I mean, there's enough room on Twitch for everybody. I mean, it's honest. Like, if you can go to the speedrunners community and see how many of those guys are speedrunning games and glitching and out of bouncing and all that other stuff, it's insane how many of those guys have such a huge following. And you can play anything on Twitch. There really is enough room for everybody. And you have to value that, especially as a new streamer, because you don't have to play all the new games. You don't have to play the popular games and stuff like that, because games like League of Legends have such a huge professional community there, and there's like such a huge following there, and that game's been going strong for 4 or 5 years now. It's hard to be a new streamer and break into a game like that. That's quite possibly the largest game on Twitch, and make a footprint for yourself while you can still stream and there's room for you. It's hard. It's harder to really kind of prove your worth and who you are in a community that's so competitive and that's like such a monster, right? So the content that you're providing needs to be unique. The last thing I want to say about being a new streamer going forward and kind of running into some of the issues that being a Twitch streamer are going to set in front of you is that, I kind of said this earlier, and it is a process, right? The journey as a Twitch streamer is a long, long, long journey. You're going to want to play the games that make you happiest, or that push you the most competitively, or that get you the most amped up when they're coming out. So the last couple things I wanted to talk about are you being a new streamer and moving forward and kind of pushing your stream into where you want it to be. You're going to run into a couple of pitfalls. The first being your content being compared to other streamers. You can't look at that and be discouraged or set yourself a bar that's measured by other streamers and how fast they're going or how fast they went. Last year was a big year for Twitch, and most streamers got a huge break last year. And if it wasn't last year, they were streaming for years before, and they had content that was completely different than your standard content that's happening on Twitch right now. Man vs. Game, big a few years ago. Lethal Frag, big a few years ago. A lot of these other bigger streamers that have this sort of solo content that they don't really rely on other people and a team speak and things like that, really got their broadcasting breaks before last year. And you can see last year a lot of the streams, especially in the FPS community, are really, community, team speak, sort of this like all-encompassing sort of focus on the group mentality. So you have to be careful. There is a place for Twitch for everybody, and you have to find your place, right? I'm not saying that you need to lower yourself, you need to do anything weird. I'm just saying the content that you provide, there are a lot of people that are going to want to watch your content, and you need to find a way to put that out there as much as possible for them to be able to absorb. The other thing that you're going to run into as a Twitch streamer is money. There's going to be a lot of money going in and out of your Twitch stream, and you need to be cautious on what you're doing with that. I'm not saying take everything and throw it in the bank. I'm not saying take everything and throw it back into your stream. But I'll tell you, just for the stream that I've had, I've put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of my own money, not to mention donations, not to mention cases and keys and gear and all that other stuff, back into the stream to grow my stream. So you need to be prepared for receiving donations, putting money back into your stream, paying your bills, putting yourself in a financial situation that's going to allow your stream to grow. Because if you don't take that seriously, if you really don't take that seriously, your stream will actually hurt you more. There's a lot of things that you have to think about as a Twitch streamer. It's not as easy as just pressing a button and playing a game and things like that. It might seem that way to a lot of people, but this really is a completely different beast than just playing your game normally and talking to a chat. People are going to want to be invested in you, and people are going to want to see you grow as a streamer. I can't tell you how many people on Twitch just surf around and find people that they like, and they donate. They try to get them gear, they try to push their stream, they try to blast them on social media, and you need to be ready for all that, just in case, even as a small streamer, because that's the type of stuff that happens to a lot of the smaller guys. The original Weed just got donated a whole computer by a guy, and Weed's been streaming for like 4 or 5 months. He's been streaming half the time that I've been streaming, and you see how big his stream is now. So you guys have to be like really cautious of how much money is going in, how much money is going out. Dude, seriously, get like a mint.com profile, or really start tracking how much money it's going to cost to run your stream, how much it's going to cost to build your YouTube channel, what it's going to cost you to get graphics done for your stream and things like that, because I pay a lot of money to make sure that I have quality things, so that, because I'm building my stream for years, guys. This stream is going to go on as long as I can possibly ride this bandwagon. So you have to be cautious of that, because you might just want to stream you might want to stream for 10 years, but you have to set yourself a plan, and you have to make sure financially it's all making sense. You don't want to pretend like it's not a big deal, because it's probably the biggest deal out of your stream that you're not thinking about. So really kind of put that in the back of your mind and think about financially what it's going to mean for your stream. So just to wrap things up, guys, your content, think about your content, right? You don't want to be like every other Twitch streamer out there, because you'll be like every other Twitch streamer out there, and that's not unique content, right? People want to see unique content. They want to be a part of a community, so provide that for them, right? Like, people are investing their time into you, so think about what it's like when you were a viewer for another stream, right? What did you want to see, and what did you want to be a part of, right? Don't rush out to jump on a bandwagon with a bigger stream, or try to be super affiliated with a bigger stream, because in the end it's not going to be what you think it is. There's really no light at the end of that tunnel. Most streamers are either taking this as a job and they're taking it very seriously, and there's really no room for adding either new people onto that bandwagon, or helping you grow yours when their stream is still so fragile. I'm not saying that's my situation. I'm not saying that that's everyone's situation. I'm just saying it's a very tricky situation to be in when you're trying to jump on board with another bigger streamer, and you have to be cautious of what that's going to mean for you in the long run. Think about your finances, guys. Think about your finances. Do not let donations come in and out, and you just pour your heart and soul with all your donations and all your bank account into your Twitch stream, and then you're broke and you have nowhere to stream from. Really think about where you're going financially wise with your stream, what your goals are, what do you want to get for yourself, what do you need to improve your stream, what do you want your stream to have that other streams don't have, right? Think about that stuff. That's huge. And last but not least, do not get discouraged, right? There are going to be times where you're tired, where you're sick, where things are going on personally wise, where you need to take a break. Respect that stuff. Don't force yourself to stream, and don't force yourself to stream. Don't force your stream to be somewhere where it's not ready to be. Don't pretend that your stream is a 10,000 viewer stream when it's not there yet, right? Smaller streams are awesome because the caster can interact with their chat as much as possible. Celebrate that while you have it, because once you start getting into a 500, 700, 1,000, 1,500 viewer stream, it's so hard to keep those connections that you had when you were a smaller stream. People notice it, and you'll notice yourself slipping too. So celebrate the fact that you're still a small stream, building to being something bigger, and really kind of establish that with your community first, and don't let that slip through the cracks. Love your communities, love your casts. When you get to a point where you feel like you're burnt out, just take a break. Man vs. Game, one of the biggest streams out there, one of the best streams out there. I respect that stream so much. He's sick, he's tired, he's had personal life issues going on, he's not forcing himself to cast, and I respect that, and I love that guy. You have to treat your stream, as if it's your job. Don't kill yourself to push a stream because you want something so bad. Take a break, take a breather, watch your previous casts, see where things are going wrong and see where things are going right. Talk to people that love your cast, talk to your mods, talk to people that love playing with you, and see what it is about your cast that they love so much, and see if you can do that more, and see how you can involve those people more. I love my mods more than anything. My mods have been around since day one, and I wouldn't be anywhere without them. I wouldn't be there without guys like Megapool or Hook or Cafe Mocha or Draken or any of those guys. Nick, all these guys have been there since day one. Rapid Stabber, all those dudes. You need to really treat those people as if they're a part of your cast with you, because they are. Like, you really are building something with these people. Don't let that run away from you in chasing a dream of having this 1 million person strong community in this stream that devours all the other streams on Twitch. As a small stream, don't jump the gun too much, guys. Like, there will be a time and you'll feel it, and there'll be a time where you need to push it. Don't do it too soon. It will hurt. So other than that, guys, I mean, enjoy your streams, love your streams. I love my stream, I love my community, I love my friends on Twitch, I love my friends on YouTube, and celebrate it while it's still small, because all of you, I hope, will have streams that are just as successful as mine, if not more, and you look back and the information that you have now, you can pass on to other people, because it does mean the world to a smaller stream. So I hope that I'm helping you get to where you need to be in the future, and I will also make another video for people who are already partnered in sub and how to continue to grow that stream, because I've been partnered in sub for about 4 months now, 5 months now, and I've learned a lot, and things have changed since when I was a small stream. So I'll make that video here coming up pretty soon. But guys, if you need to rewatch the video or whatever, go for it. If you guys want to send me feedback, please inbox me here on YouTube. Inbox me on twitch.tv/Wootystyle. You can get me on Twitter at Wootystyle, or on Facebook at facebook.com/Wootystyle. Try to answer as many questions as possible. Yeah, guys, I mean, I can't wait to see you guys back on Twitch, and feel free to leave comments down below. Trolls, can't wait to see you guys. But yeah, if you have any questions for me as far as like moving forward, or what gear I'm using and things like that, don't hesitate. I want to answer as many questions as possible. That's why I'm making this video. So I'll see you guys on Twitch, and good luck to you guys all out there. I can't wait to see what you guys do at your streams. Catch you later.